I heard your daughter's playing the role of the princess at the Christmas party. Let my daughter Eva play that role. Are we doing this again? It's already been decided, we can't change it. Plus, it's not our place to butt in. Eva gets the main character, that's how it should be. I mean, does Eva even want to play the princess to begin with? From what I heard from my daughter, Eva volunteered to play one of the village people. My daughter's a sweet girl. She gave the princess role to your kid. Your daughter likes Oliver, the boy who plays the king, right? I think Eva knew that. That's why she gave up the princess role. True, my daughter is good friends with Oliver, but I'm not sure if she likes him or not. The one who marries Oliver is my daughter. What? Who are we to decide who our children are going to end up with? I mean, do you even know what Eva thinks of Oliver? My daughter is marrying a rich family. That's how it's going to be. Oliver seems clever, and he's very handsome. If Eva and Oliver get married, their children are going to be so cute. Hey, they're still in elementary school. Isn't it a tad early to think of who they're going to marry? No, it's not. It's important. We have to start thinking about it now. This is our family's parenting motto, stay out of it. Alright, but maybe you should care more about what Eva thinks and feels. Don't you dare lecture me. You do realize that you are a lesser person than I am, right? What makes you think that? Because I'm the daughter of a landowner, duh. You won't be able to stay in this town if you offend me. You know that, don't you? Not again. Just because your parents own a piece of land doesn't mean you can do whatever you want, you know. You should at least act decently as a person. Are you insinuating that I'm not a decent person? Well, you should reevaluate yourself on how you treat others around you. What don't you like about me? Well, for example, you always make others do things you don't want. But as soon as they do something you don't like, you bitch and complain. You not only bitch and complain, you also ask for consolation money sometimes. And if the other moms talk back to you, you threaten them saying something might happen to their kids. But that's your guys' fault for not doing what I want. I'm the top mom, you know. You guys and I belong to different social classes. You don't even have the right to talk back to me. No one's going to be your friend anymore if you keep that attitude. I'm the top mom, so I will always have friends around me. Anyway, getting back to the Christmas play, talk to your daughter about it, will you? To let Eva play the princess. We've already talked about it. No. I'll make sure you suffer if Eva doesn't get the role. Hey, no threats like that. Then, let Eva play the princess. Your daughter playing the princess role won't cut it, you know? She doesn't even have that princess aura. She doesn't even look like a princess at all. Don't talk like that about my daughter. I'm going to lose it soon unless you stop. I'd like to see you lose it. Not scary at all. I guess talking to you won't change anything. I'll handle it my way. What? What do you mean by that? Sophia? Sophia, will you just stop? Stop what? Don't play dumb. You're talking shit to my daughter on her way back from school. That's because you won't let Eva get the princess role. I'll stop if you let Eva play the princess. No, I will not do that. I'm going to have to report it to school unless you stop hurting my daughter. Huh? You don't have to report it to school. Come on. Yes, I do. I'll let the school know unless you stop. Well, are you going to stop? Oh, hush. Fine, I'll stop. Alright. I'm not going to forgive you if you did something like that again. Hey, you promised me you'd never do anything to hurt my daughter, didn't you? Oh, did you hear it from your daughter? Yes, I did. You freaking hit my daughter multiple times? She's still crying. Your daughter was being selfish, so I taught her a lesson, using my hands. If they won't listen to what you're saying, then you have to make them listen to you by force, you know? I have a video as proof. Be prepared. What? There was no one around me then. Well, maybe not where you could see. But there was someone who saw the whole thing from a distance. There was? Who was it, by the way? It was Ellie. Ellie? You mean Oliver's mom? That's right. She came running to my daughter when she heard her cry. I guess you took off the second you heard her footsteps. Oh, they were Ellie's footsteps. And Ellie took a video of the whole scene? No, someone else did. Who was videotaping? Where were the other witnesses also? It was Ellie's middle school son that took the video. He was at the Christmas party. Oh yeah, I remember him being there. He was with Ellie and saw the whole thing. He took the video hoping it would help somehow. I had no idea someone was filming that. Of course not. You seemed so focused on hitting my daughter. They brought my daughter back to me. She was in tears. They even gave me the video of you hitting her. I can't thank them enough for that. What? I was sure I could get away with it. And out of all people, Ellie had to see that, huh? She said she wants nothing to do with you anymore, Sophia. Well, that's not going to happen. Eva and Oliver are getting married in the future. Yeah, only in your dream. I'm sure Eva wants to marry a rich, handsome man. Whatever. A police report? You've got to be shitting me! I'm serious. Don't you remember what I told you the other day? I said, I won't forgive you if you did something like this. I'm sorry! Don't take this to the police! No. What you did is a crime. I will not tolerate it. Well, I won't tolerate you filing a police report either! My daddy is going to be mad! Oh, don't worry. I've already talked to your father and got his permission. What? He said we can do whatever we want with you because you obviously committed a crime. I'm his daughter! He would never say that about me! You're just trying to threaten me, aren't you? Call him if you don't believe me. When did you talk to my daddy anyway? As soon as I found out about your violence against my daughter, I went to your father's place. He was working, but he was very polite and helpful. But it makes no sense that he's not going to be on my side. Your father, unlike you, knows what's right and wrong. I'm so glad the whole thing went so smoothly. Well, even if you have my daddy's permission, I won't allow it. You cannot file that police report. Something worse will happen if you don't listen to me. Oh my god. I was thinking about not filing the report if you'd shown some remorse. But obviously you have no remorse whatsoever, so I'm going to go ahead and report it. What? People like you need to get hurt to understand. No, wait! Alright, I'm on my way to the police now. No! I won't let you do that! Hey! How could you do this to me? You! He said he's ready to divorce me anytime. Oh, it's been a while, Sophia. Have you turned over a new leaf yet, now that you've been arrested? Hey, don't talk to me like that. This is all your fault. Eva told me she hates me. I'm sure Eva had been holding it in all this time. Huh? You've been treating Eva like she's your puppet. What are you saying? You made her take some after-school lessons she didn't want to take. You pressured her into getting A+ on all her tests. You made her wear designer clothes she didn't really like. You also chose her friends, for God's sake. Who can she hang out with, and who she can't? Well, it's important, isn't it? She kept wanting to hang out with poor kids. I had to be a good mother and stop her from doing that. A good mother would allow her kids to hang out with whomever he or she wants. Parents have no place for kids' friendships. But hanging out with poor kids would ruin her future. If Eva was hanging around with violent kids, maybe yes, you need to say something. But she wasn't. Let her do what she wants. This is my parenting style. You stay out of it. In any case, how are you planning on taking responsibility for this? You're the one who needs to take responsibility for this. And you will pay that consolation money I requested. What? Why the hell would I need to pay you money? You ruined my life. You need to pay me. Even if you don't plan on paying me, I have the right to ask for consolation money. Plus, your father agrees to you paying. Your father's going to help you with the fine and consolation money anyway, isn't he? I'm a full-time housewife with no savings. There's no way I can pay all that by myself. You should be thanking your father for helping you out. You'd be deep in debt if he wasn't. No way in hell would I ever go into debt because of you. You better give me back the money my daddy pays you. And I will also request you pay me $10,000 for emotional distress. Don't be ridiculous. I'm not paying that. I would pay if I were you. Oh no, what are you planning now? Wouldn't you like to know? It's boring just painting graffiti on your house. Maybe I should burn it down. Screw you. How could you say such terrible things? You made me angry. I can understand why your husband and even your daughter got sick and tired of you. Your father is probably the next one to leave you. Bite me! You're being so annoying. I can make you leave this town just like that, you know. Try me. Are you thinking of spreading stupid rumors about me? How did you know that? That's what you always do whenever there's something you don't like. And you always say the same thing. But everyone seems so interested in what I say. I have people who's good at spreading rumors too. That's because they'd get in trouble if they didn't do what you asked them to. But they never really did. They were just pretending to obey you. No one believed any of the rumors you spread anyway. What? Maybe you don't know this, but they hate you more than you think. You're lying! I'm the top mom! They can't hate me! Well, you're just calling yourself the top mom. Huh? I'm the daughter of a landowner. I am a woman of power. Your father is a man of power, yes, but not you. If your father loses his status, what's left of you? Nothing. Don't say that! Ugh, you're going to see hell. I wouldn't do anything stupid if I were you. Screw you! I'm going to make you regret making me angry. Hello, Sophia. What are you up to? Oh, hi. What do you need? I was just curious what you're up to. No you weren't. Why do you ask? Maybe you're on your break. Are you eating some sweets? Oh, well, how do you know that? Well, you like sweets, so I figure you'd be eating something sweet if you're on your break. Oh, okay. You scared me for a minute there. What are you talking about? I know you're at my house right now. What? Don't be ridiculous. I'm at home. I know everything. Huh? My next door neighbor just called me. She said she saw you break into my house. Apparently, you broke my windows. Oops, I didn't think anyone was watching me. But how did you know I was eating sweets? That's because I have a pet camera inside the room. I was watching you. Oh, wow! Well, now you know. I'm in your house. Ta-da! But you broke into my house. What you're doing right now is trespassing. Do you realize what you've done? I told you you'd see hell. Remember? So I smashed all the expensive-looking plates you had. All of them. You mean the plates on the display shelf? Yep. I figured they're expensive since they were being displayed. I also took some of your expensive items. Of course, I'll also make you pay me $10,000 for emotional distress. I've already called the cops on you. You did? I called them as soon as my neighbor let me know. They should be there any minute. What? Did you really call them? Well, of course. I'm also telling your father about this. Maybe this will be your last time. Wait! We're friends! Are you crazy enough to report your friend to the police? You're the crazy one. Your husband and your daughter are sick of you. And you still keep doing these ridiculous things. Are you stupid or something? Hey, I resent that! Well, you are stupid. Why else would you willingly do something illegal? All right, I'm sorry. I was angry at you. I just wanted to hurt you a little, that's all. It looks like the only person you hurt was yourself. Please, not the police. And please don't tell my daddy about this. He told me he'd kick me out of the house if I did something again. I wouldn't be able to live on my own. You're old enough to live without your father's help. And you should be embarrassed to be calling your father daddy at your age. How rude! What's it to you how I call my daddy? But anyway, I better get out of here. Don't even bother. I've already gave the police your personal information. They'll catch you even if you try and run. Wait! I hear the police sirens. I told the cops that you're at my place. I think they're coming for you. Oh, they just stopped in front of the house. How am I supposed to get out of the house? You can't. Please, tell them to leave. I won't ask you to pay anything. I'll apologize for everything. We can't let someone like you on the loose. We won't want you causing troubles for others. I did this today because I was mad at you. Oh no. I just got a text from my daddy. Did you tell him? I'm actually with your father right now. I thought I should let him know as soon as possible. That's why I went to your place. No! Seems like it. And it looks like your divorce is finalized also. Yeah. That's why I decided to break into your house today. I don't give a shit about anything anymore. Oh, okay. Oh my god! A cop just looked at me in the eyes. Time for you to get arrested. Sophia could not leave the house without getting arrested. Since this wasn't her first time being arrested, they decided to lock her up this time. Her divorce had been finalized and she had been disowned by her father. Once she's released from prison, she will spend her days in hell alone and sad. But since this is the result of her own wrongdoings, she doesn't deserve any empathy. As for me, I'm planning on making an official request to her to pay for the plate she broke, and for consolation money. I wish her nothing but suffering from now on.
Hey sis, how was mom? You went to her house today, right? She still needs more time. But she tried to act cheerful. I thought it was something like that. I also thought she seemed to put on a brave face when I called her today. It's been less than a week since Dad's funeral. It can't be helped. Well, you're right. Father was so healthy, but suddenly he found sick. He passed away so quickly. It's sad, but I don't feel it yet. I feel the same way. I can't believe he's gone. I know, but I don't know. I know, right? But I'm worried about Mom. She's spending so much time alone at home when she's so scared, right? But I have work in childcare. It's not good to say. We need to help each other in these situations. I'll ask my husband to take care of the house a little more, and I'll go to my parents' house. That would make it harder for you, wouldn't it? But it's hard for you to go to parents' house, isn't it? I have to go. Actually, I'm thinking about something. What's on your mind? I'm thinking to live with Mom. Really? Isn't it quite too far away from your husband's workplace? If he commutes from my parents' house, it would take about 2 hours, right? What are you talking about? We'll move out after he quit my job. He'd get a job near my parents' house. What? You're going to ask him to quit his job for us? I think that's too much to ask. He has been thinking about changing jobs, so it's convenient for me too. Is that so? So is he agreed to live together too? He said yes right away. I'm a terrible cook. He was happy to finally have a decent meal. But I don't think it's easy to live together. Even the rhythm of life is different, and both sides have to take care of each other, don't they? Don't worry about it. Daniel doesn't care about that. But I'm sure Mom does. She's the type of person who pays extra attention. But I'm her daughter, so you are, but I think he is different. Even though we become a family, he only met a few times. If I were a mom, I'd be a little confused. If mom is okay with it, then it's fine, right? Well, yeah, but you know, when I called her today, mom was pretty much on board with the idea. You've already talked to her? I didn't serious about it and like it casually. Maybe she thinks I'm joking. Maybe she does. But she's saying that she cannot stay desperate forever and that it might be nice to have a change in environment. I'm sure that she will be lonely by herself. That may be true, but, well, I can't say anything about it. I mean, you and mom are the ones who say living together. Yes, we will discuss it between us. But I'm surprised you don't think about moving in with her. Well, I didn't think about living together. I was thinking of a multi-generational house or living in a neighborhood at least. It would be more stress-free, right? It might take time to get used to it at first. But I'm sure we would get used to it eventually. You're just as caring as a mom, aren't you, sis? I think you just don't care too much. I wish you could call me generous, but I can't believe you care so much about mom. You've grown up, haven't you? Well, I'm 30 now. I'm grown up. We were arguing just recently. That was a few years ago, right? We're not like that anymore. Yes, we are. I guess marriage has settled us down. I guess so. So leave it to me this time. I'll take care of mom. Love's mom. Is everything going well? Yes, everything is fine and we're having a good time. She cooks me delicious meals every day. Hey, don't make mom do all the housework, okay? I know. But I think she should keep herself busy for now. It's easier to forget about things when she's busy. Maybe. You're right, but... Oh yeah. What about the inheritance? Aren't you going to discuss it? I think she said we'll discuss it after 49th day memorial service. That's almost there. Why didn't she do it sooner? Dad has siblings. You know, if we talk about money too early, some people think that's not a good idea. I see. Like Dad's sister, Aunt Zoe? I didn't say anything. I don't like her. She's pricky and not nice at all. She used to make you cry too. I don't even want to remember that. I only finished my housework and played with you. She used to yell at me for being stupid and playing around instead of studying. To be honest, I'm not very good with her either. But then, isn't it creepy that she's going after a fortune? I wouldn't call her creepy, but, well, I guess a lot is going on. It seems Dad was taken care of by Aunt Zoe. I wouldn't want anything to do with someone like Dad. She's a big sister for Dad. He's got things we don't know about. But I wonder if Mom is okay. Aunt Zoe is so bossy and seems to hold back on talking about a legacy. I'll have to protect her. Not too much. We just have to follow the law. Oh, sorry. I should get back to work. Okay. Well, take care, Mom. You can talk to me if you have any question about living together. Hey, what's going on? Oh, Mom, did she go there after all? What do you mean after all? Hey, is it true what Mom said? Did you tell her that get out of that way, disturbing old lady, and then kick her out? Because it's really disturbing. What? She interferes with us in all kinds of ways. She said if we argued, she would have to end our cohabitation, you know? Well, she has no idea why we live together and what we're doing for her. Because Daniel doesn't work, right? I don't think he'll find a job anytime soon. He wasn't even looking for a job, was he? Maybe I could give him a little break, right? Maybe if you had some extra money. You said you wouldn't even pay for your living expenses, right? Then I guess it's no wonder your mother is complaining. We live in my parents' house and we live together with them, so why should we pay for it? What? Usually, no one wants to live with an old person, right? But we live in with her. She should be grateful. You suggested to Mom living together with you, didn't you? Mom didn't ask you to live with. Even so, Mom decided to live with me, wasn't she? Why are you blaming us? What? Are you seriously saying that? Oh yeah, I just had a great idea. We'll take the house so you can help Mom. What? We discussed it at the legacy meeting the other day. You know, you and I had almost nothing to get from it, right? Well, but Mom is kind of like Dad's legacy somehow, right? He left her behind. So now we have half of Dad's legacy. I get a house, you get a mom. That's how it going to work out, right? I see. That's great, thanks. What? Is this the part where I make you happy? But, well, you're happy with it. Yes, if Mom come, I'd be more than happy. So, you don't want the house? It's a big place. I could sell it for a lot. And you said you don't want to live together, right? I would definitely prefer Mom over the house. To be frank, their house isn't even worth nothing comparing to Mom's. A done deal then. Tell Mom that. Give me the paperwork as soon as possible. I'll decide what to do with it, depending on the price. What do you mean? If it sells for more than I expected, I'll sell it right away. So I thought I'd play around with it for a while and live with it. You know, if I go overseas where the cost of living is lower, it costs less than living here, right? I'm thinking of taking a vacation with Daniel. You're too optimistic. We love our freedom. Do whatever you want, and I don't care what happens to you. If you ask for help later, I won't do anything. It's okay. I will get the money. Don't tell me you want the house later, sister. If you beg me, I will never give it to you. I will never give it to you. Hey, sis. Aunt Zoe moved into our house. I see. What do you mean by I see? Do you know anything about it? Aunt Zoe said that this house is hers. That's right. What? My parents' house was half of Aunt Zoe's property. What? I don't get it. What's going on? Technically, the land belongs to Aunt. Dad built the house. What? Aunt Zoe used to be a very rich woman. She lent the land to Dad when he was newly married. And? You see, Dad's inheritance was not as much as you thought, right? Even Mom didn't get much. So I'm sure Aunt Zoe wanted a house too. But it's too late for that. It was my dad who built the house. The house doesn't belong to Aunt Zoe, right? That's right, but Dad borrowed some money when he built the house. The other day, she came to me with an IOU and wanted Mom to give her the house. What's that? She didn't say anything during the inheritance discussion. Aunt Zoe only had a soft side for Dad, right? She was still pretty depressed when she talked. I think she finally got over it a bit and went back to being the usual obnoxious Aunt Zoe, didn't she? Because her brother's father passed away. I guess she wanted to get rid of Mom and make it her own. Isn't that too selfish? Can you say that? That's exactly what you did to Mom. Hey, what should I do in this case? Can I kick Aunt Zoe out too? Why don't you pay her back the money that borrowed from her instead? Where do I have that kind of money? Then it will be difficult, right? Instead of giving up the house, Mom was supposed to have paid off the debt. I don't get it. Do something about it. My aunt told me to be her housekeeper, and she wants me to pay rent if we are going to live in a house. Well, there's nothing wrong with it. and Zoe is taking over the house. You said you give it to me. I said I didn't want the house. Do something about Aunt Zoe now. You don't care what happens to your parents' house? It's not my parents' house anymore. Where Mom is like my parents' home. Get along with Aunt Zoe. How can I be nice to someone like that? You know, she's that kind of person who used to bully Mom around and make her temporarily neurotic. If we live there, we'll go crazy. You kicked Mom out, so you should be fine. I can't have a conversation with that person. She's that kind of person who'll do whatever she thinks is right. She won't listen to anybody. I'm sure it's the same with you. You've been playing around, not working all the time. When you ran out of money, you did steal from your parents' house. In addition, you suddenly reported that you got married and borrowed money on some occasions from your parents after the marriage, didn't you? I was going through a lot at the time. And then you kicked Mom out of the house and tried to take over. You and Aunt Zoe are of the same kind in my opinion. Don't put me in the same category as that woman. Yeah, you're right. Aunt Zoe had some personality issues, but she wasn't in debt or anything. She was kind to her brother's father. She's not the kind of person who would kick out her parents. What should I do? How can I get my parents' house back from her? I have no idea. Sis, help me. We're sisters. You're worse than Aunt Zoe. You won't help your sister. I told you, didn't I? I don't care what happens to you. Things were different then. It doesn't matter. Mom and I won't get involved in my parents' affairs anymore. If you can give up, go ahead and fight Aunt Zoe. Actually, Daniel doesn't work at all. He gets a job and quits right away and repeats it over and over again. That's why we don't have any money. If we don't have a place to live, we'll be in real trouble. Even if that's the case, it's none of my business. You moved in with Mom on your terms and kicked her out on your terms. I wouldn't help someone who wanted to sell the house and play with the money. I'm sorry. I'll apologize to Mom too. Please help me. We don't have the money to move out. Why don't you both work and save up? You shouldn't have moved in to live with Mom in the first place. That's your punishment for trying to take over their house. Sis, please. Please lend me some money. Just a little. I really can't live with Aunt Zoe. I won't give you a penny of my inheritance. You don't need my help either. You said that first, didn't you? That's why I won't do anything. You're not family anymore. Please take care of Aunt Zoe and Dad's negative legacy. Since then, my sister has been living with Aunt Zoe and she seems to be working her like a slave every day. Furthermore, her husband, Daniel, got tired of living with Aunt Zoe. He met a girlfriend outside and left home. My sister is currently in the process of discussing her divorce with Daniel and being treated by Aunt Zoe at home. She seems to be quite a wreck, both mentally and physically. However, there is nothing I can do to help her. She has asked for our help many times, but neither Mom nor I have any intention of helping her. I hope that she regrets what she deserved and sorry for what she has done. And my mom lived with my family for a while. After everything settled down, she rented a room to live alone in an apartment near my house. I think she misses her husband, but she's believed to be free from Aunt Zoe. Me and Mom, we eat together a couple times a week and also go out for little trips sometimes. We spend peaceful days together and make lots of happy memories to make my mom miss him a little less. I want to support her in her relaxed retirement.